Good morning, students. Today we are going to revise the 10th lesson of civics. It is struggle for equality in our society. Among the people, there is inequalities. There are many inequalities. They are separated on the basis of poor and rich, on the basis of caste and creed. Different type of things are there on which they are separated, and we are going to discuss about the struggle for equality. Means equality should be there everywhere in the society. No one can be discriminated on the basis of caste, creed, color, or as a poor and rich. For that, many struggles have been taken place in the history, and many examples are there in our history, and we have already discussed in previous chapters also how there is a discrimination between male and female, how there is a discrimination between girl child and boy child, and we are going to discuss about some political issues like when dams are constructed. At that time, the people of that area, they have to leave their places for the construction of dam. In this way, they suffer due to the construction of that dam. Government should take care for them. Government should make proper facility for their living, for their settlement, for their survival. In previous chapter, you have studied about Rosa Parks. There was a discrimination in America, apartheid, due to their color. They were African American. They were suffering in America due to apartheid. And also in our country, we have taken the example of Ansari Bandhu. No one can provide room on rent for them. In this way, our society is divided on the basis of classes. In Hindu also, they are divided into different castes, different classes. And same thing is there in Muslim society also, and people are suffering due to their caste also. These are the examples of discrimination in the society. Also, economic condition of the people is not equal all over the country. Due to poverty, people are suffering, and we are going to discussing these all things by the given example in our book. Students, due to poverty and lack of resources, people are discriminated in our society. Not only in our society, even in our family also. If anybody in our society, he is earning more, then he is more respected by the member of family, and those who are earning less, those people, those members who are earning less and they are not providing any facility to their family, there is also discrimination. There is no respect for them. In this way, the main reason is given here: poverty and lack of resources continue to be key reason of discrimination in society. Many people are many people are poor, and many are rich, and the rich people can bring different resources for them by giving money. They can live luxurious life. Their standard of living increases due to availability of resources. But many people in the society, they are poor. They do not have much land to cultivate. They are not able to do any work outside for earning money due to lack of job. That is why people are discriminated on the basis of their income in the society and also in the family. When people are discriminated and they suffer due to that discrimination, they start struggle. They start movements against the rules and regulation or any construction work, because people always think better for their society, better for their own people, and when they are discriminated by the government, they starts movements against the rules and regulation made by the government or any construction work that affects their survival, their living. They starts their movements in different part of the world. Many struggle have been taken place, mostly for their survival, for food, for shelter, for water, which is very essential for their life. They fight for that. When dams are constructed, at that time very large area submerges in the water, and the people who live there, they have to leave their places, their land, their homes, everything. At that time they become angry that their lands, their houses, their settlements, everything destroys. That is why they start movement. In this book, in this chapter, we will study about the construction of dam also, how they suffer. Then they start struggle for their equality. Some people are benefited by the construction of dams. Some people get irrigation facility. Some people get electricity facility. But the people who live in that area, they are ignored. No one can take their care. That is why they do struggle. And we are going to discuss the struggle about Tava Matsya Sangh, how they united, how they fight against the construction of dam, and how they got their equality, how they got their job. We will discuss on that topic. Here we are going to discuss about why do people start struggle. In where dams are built or forest areas declared sanctuaries for animals, thousands of people are displaced whole villages are uprooted and people are forced to go and build new homes, start new lives elsewhere. Most of these people are poor, and in urban area too, bastis means the slums in which poor people live are often uprooted. In the construction of dam, large areas are required, and people who live there, they have to leave their houses, lands. The government should provide facility to them previously. If they are suffering, they have to think about them previously. After their settlement, government can construct the dams, and also those people who live in forest area, for them also the government have to think, and the government should provide them the facility of settlement, the facility of livelihood. And also some areas in the cities where slums remain, in that area, that bastis, the jhopadpatis are there, they are uprooted from that area, and the new construction work starts there. In this way, many things are there by which people become angry and they start struggle. People come together to get justice from the government. They start struggle to gain justice. Here the example of Tawa Matsya dam is given. About Tawa Matsya, some lines are given here. People usually come together to fight against the government to gain justice. Tawa Matsya Sangh, a federation of fisher workers, cooperatives, an organization fighting for rights to the displaced forest dwellers of Satpura forest in Madhya Pradesh, originating in the Mahadev hills of Chhindwara district. The Tawa flows through Betul before joining the Narmada in Hosangabad. The Tawa dam began to be built in 1958 and was completed in 1978. This is the story of river Tawa, which is the tributaries of river Narmada, and the people who were displaced from the place beside that river Tawa, they were mostly fishermen. They organized themselves and they started movement against the contractor who were doing fishing work in Tawa, and they asked the government to provide them the work of fishing in Tawa reservoir, and at last they gained the justice and they started fishing work in that Tawa reservoirs. Next topic which we are going to discuss, it is the Indian Constitution as a living document. Students, in our country, democratic rule is there, and in democracy, Constitution plays very important role. For equality, in our Constitution, rights are given, and the Tawa Matsya Sangh, they started their movement against the contractor who started fishing in Tawa Matsya reservoir, and they gained the justice. In our Constitution, they can get their right. They know that our Constitution is provided equality for every Indian, and if they will fight for their equality, they will gain the equality. That is why they started their movement, and at last they got their demand, they got their justice. In this way, in this lesson, we focus that in democracy, the soul of democracy is the equality. Different type of religions are there, different type of peoples are living together here, and they do moment when they get any problem, they start moments and they get justice. This is the soul of democracy.